release. Now, I want to go over the jerk technique with the kettlebell. Joe, you were asking about this, mate. This one's for you. The jerk can be a very, very technical lift. It is one of my absolute favourites. Now, we'll start with a bit of a story. I have a shoulder injury, alright? It goes back several years. The only thing I can put it down to, I've got a big hole in this shoulder, alright? Every now and again, I get pain, alright? Several years ago, I was cycling to school. Yes, it was that long ago. I think I was 16 I reckon. Going to the inside of the traffic, somebody opened the car door without looking, alright? The corner of the car door went right in here. So every now and again, if I'm doing a lot of pressing, heavy pressing, that flares up, alright? The one thing that never seems to aggravate it is the jerk, alright? Since performing a lot of jerks, my striking power has gone through the roof. Now, I won't start off punching, I'm talking about the screamer with the sticks. You know, obviously punching power, that went through the roof as well. So, I cannot rate the jerk highly enough. It is technical, it takes a while to get. We're going to go over some of the stages of it now, alright? Before we do, let's give you a very, very quick demonstration. You'll notice the power comes through the body. It's not generated in the shoulder, okay? It comes through the body. The arm finishes the lift off. That's all it does, okay? So we'll look at that. First thing you need to do is launch the bell. Comes off the legs. In the old bodybuilding circles, there's a thing called the sissy squat, alright? This is stage one of the jerk. You must learn the sissy squat. It's named after the Greek god Sisyphus. He was basically cursed. He's the guy that was cursed to push that rock up the mountain. Every time he reached the top, the rock would slip, roll back down again. He'd have to go back down the bottom, start over, push it up again. Alright? That's the legend. If you put him into Google Images, you'll see dozens of pictures of him and his legs are like that. Alright? The sissy squat, named after him. It's a great one for building your thighs. Alright? Bodybuilders generally do with the barbell behind the back, and just did. With the kettlebell, because we're looking specifically for the jerk, we'll do with the bell loaded in the rack position here. Alright? So, no gaps. Okay? No gaps. Alright, get that bell, your hand as far through as possible. The bell's resting diagonally across the base of the palm. Your elbows tucked in tight. Ideally, it's resting on the iliac crest. And your hand is somewhere in towards the middle. Think of a half prayer. Yeah? Put your hands together. Alright? Your upper body just moved out of the way slightly so that you can get the centre of that bell above your hip, and your hip above either the centre of your foot or the heel of the foot, not falling on the toes. Alright? Now, for the sissy squat, all we do is we kind of limbo underneath it. We move our knees forwards and up. Okay? It's not a huge movement. You go down till you feel a stretch either in the quads or the Achilles. Alright? The bell travels straight down. Okay? The bell travels straight down. You scoot underneath it. It's the opposite of everything you've ever been taught about squatting. Okay? Usually we're taught hips back. No, not in this case. the toes, it stays in mid-foot. Okay? Alright? Once you have that, you hear the breathing, exhale, down. Okay? Do it as a quick movement. Down, up, quick. We're using this to build the jerk. The reasons why we're doing it in such a manner will become clear shortly as we finish off this little presentation. Alright? The second portion of the jerk is to make that a little more explosive. So from your dip, as you come up, you're going to come right up onto the toes and then drop the hips back into a more regular squat pattern. Just a small dip. Alright? So from there, your knees come forward, right up onto the toes, sit back. Okay? I'll show you over the belt. So from here, knees come forward, all the way up, sit back. Okay? Obviously it's done quickly. Okay? If you do that right, you should find the belt starting to lift off the body. Alright? Your next portion is to add in the torso. Okay? Now, watch carefully. See how the upper back rounds, the chest caves in as I exhale. As I inhale, the upper back extends, the chest expands. Okay? That is something you will have to work on if you want to be any use with the kettlebell. Alright? Nice way of practicing that is to get a wall, stand just in front of it. Okay, so there's a gap, and then you try and touch it with your back without moving anything else. Okay? Get that right in. Don't do it too hard that you start smashing your back up. You're just trying to touch. Okay? Thoracic mobility is a bit of a lost art. You know, our sedentary sort of lifestyle, office work, sitting in cars, etc. is killing us. Alright? This portion of the spine is where we're supposed to move. Again, if you don't believe me, watch any Shakira video. Alright? Turn the sound off, just watch the video. You'll see thoracic mobility in beautiful motion. We're going to use that now to help launch the kettlebell. Let's take the legs out of it for a moment. So from there, as I exhale, watch what happens. It's like a curl around the kettlebell. The chest is caved in, okay? I'll show you this side. See how the chest sinks? I curl around the belly. My head's come forward. You see the shape of the upper back? You notice the lower back is still relatively flat. It's still fairly neutral. Alright? I'm leaning back from the hip up. Alright? And the shoulders will come forward. Now if I take a sharp inhale, I'll do this slowly to begin with. Sharp inhale. You see how that lifts the belt? That gets it moving. Okay? We do it quickly. Okay? Throwing the head back. Inhaling to expand the chest. You see the belt is starting to catch a little bit of air. Okay? Now you start to put that and the legs together. Alright? As you exhale to sink the chest, you also drop into your sissy squat. As you inhale, you explode out of your sissy squat, expanding the chest, throwing the head back. We are doing nothing with the arm and shoulder, not yet. It's all happening from the shoulder blade, or from the collarbone, sorry, down. Yeah? Nothing is happening. We're not pressing, not doing anything with the arm yet. Alright? So from here, exhale down, sink the chest, drop into that sissy squat. Okay? As you expand out of it, you inhale and catch. Okay? Done at full speed. Reset between each rep, don't be in a hurry. We're learning a skill here. once you get the hang of that, you want to be able to propel the bell up to about, the hand up to about eye level, okay, without using any tension from the shoulder, from the arm, from the chest. That hasn't come into play yet. We're going to add that in the next portion on the next video, okay? Up until then, play around with that, okay? Thanks for your time. We'll be back soon.